What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some Warzone gameplay, and sadly, I'm just going to break the news now. I didn't win this one. It just absolutely sucks, because the game before this one, I dropped 20 plus kills, and absolutely went insane, but I did not record. I got the screenshot of it. If you guys want to see that screenshot or any other insane clips that I post, I do all that stuff over on Twitter. Link to that is in the description, but this game is still pretty saucy. We drop around like 15, 16 kills or something like that, and just to let you guys know, the thing that's over to the right is called the Warzone Companion app. It's actually a thing that you download for the PC. I don't think console players can do it unless you're playing on a PC with a controller or something of that sort. But PC players, you go ahead and you download this, and it's like a little overlay. You get to see your position in the whole lobby. It shows you who has the most kills. It shows you who you killed, what their KD was when you killed them. It also shows you the people who killed you, so you can see the KD of the player who you were engaging with to see, if it was a fair fight, if they're a bot, if they're a good player. And this is an amazing way to be able to track your actual stats. And it's not as good as the, skill-based matchmaking Warzone website, with actually tracking your stats and giving you a rank and stuff like that. But you are able to see, the average KD in the lobby, what your team stands, and how good of a player you are compared to everybody else. It's a very great application to help you learn how to play Warzone, to be honest with you guys. For me personally, it helps me know where I'm placed and to know if I need to be more aggro, if I'm playing too slow in the lobby, because like I said, you can see everybody's kills, you can see how well everybody's doing in the game. So if I'm falling behind, I know I'm doing something wrong, which means I have to change my playstyle. I need to play in a certain different way. I maybe need to land somewhere else. It's ways that it helps you improve, and I absolutely love it. Just know that in the future, I'm probably not going to use it anymore because I don't want it to be distracting over the gameplay if I do get Warzone clips. But I do want to show it off a little bit, just for anybody who in the future has a PC or might be getting a PC, wants to improve at Warzone. This is a great way to do so. But guys, today I want to talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare and the future of what's coming next, probably around Call of Duty 2022, when Infinity Ward makes the next Call of Duty title. Now, today's video is just going to be a discussion. We're not going to be talking about any facts that's coming out with Call of Duty 2022. Obviously, we don't have any leaks or information just yet about that. I just want to discuss how Infinity Ward should probably manage it, or I guess I should say how Activision should manage this title. Now, a lot of people had mixed opinions about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. I know there's probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of individuals who think Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a fantastic game, and right on the other side, there's hundreds of thousands of people who think it's an absolutely awful game. Tons of mixed opinions on this title. But at the end of the day, I still think the engine, the movement, the gunplay, all of those core factors that make an FPS game good are very solid in Modern Warfare. My biggest complaints are how they handled some of the other Call of Duty aspects. Things like dead silence, having a non-regular minimap, the footsteps being way too loud. I mean, for God's sakes, they had to nerf the footsteps like 5-6 different times throughout the whole life cycle of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It was absolutely absurd. Doors added into every single building, even in the old school maps that they brought back from the past, they still had to add doors to every single building to add another tactical approach to respawn game modes. Honestly, search and destroy, it works pretty good, but when it comes to respawn like domination and hardpoint, doors are just a pain in the butt. Who wants to deal with a door more than half the time in a respawn game mode? Nobody's strategically using that door to their advantage. Like in search and destroy, if you have a door and you close it up and you lock up shop for a bomb site, you can use that as sound cues to know where the enemies are at. You can use heartbeat sensors and wall bang the doors when you know people are coming to try to defuse the bomb and you're trying to lock it down. It's actual purpose for the doors, but when it comes to respawn, there are no purposes. People just literally go to a building, nowhere near the objectives, lock it up, close up every door, double claymores down, 725s out, and they camp there the whole freaking game. And it's so obnoxious. So obnoxious, and yes, there are technically ways to counter this playstyle, but I personally never want to go out of my way to change up my whole class just for one specific individual who wants to camp in the back of the corner. I usually like to keep my pub stomping class on so I can still try to frag out and, get insane kill gameplays, but at the same time, I have to deal with these pests that just want to sit in the darkest corners of the whole map. And not even just the doors, just the map designs in Modern Warfare were disgusting as well. Over half of the base maps were horrible, disgusting maps that made no sense. I couldn't believe my eyes, and I still can't believe my eyes till this day. I still get pushed away from that game, just specifically because of the maps. I do enjoy some of the DLC maps, but that doesn't take away over all of the base maps that are in the game that are absolute garbage. Those things alone make Modern Warfare completely unplayable for me in certain aspects, which is why I mostly tend to play Warzone nowadays when it comes to Modern Warfare, or I'll hop on Black Ops Cold War, like I said, when I go to live stream, to play more of, kind of a traditional 6v6 style, not completely there, but it's a newer released game that plays better than Modern Warfare, so I take it over what I can get. But there's already rumors that basically Infinity Ward is going to be following the same cycle that they already did with the previous Call of Duty titles. They're going to name the next game Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I don't know how I feel about this. Once again, I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it's false, but it makes sense to me because Infinity Ward never reaches out to do anything different. They always make modern day games, just like how Treyarch always makes, like near futuristic or future or old school games. They never make modern day games. Treyarch has never done that. It's so weird how they never mix and combine different time periods. But with the history of Infinity Ward, I mean, for God's sakes, they only made one futuristic game. That was Infinite Warfare. The rest of them were pretty much modern day. Even Ghost was pretty close to modern day. That's all they make. So with that knowledge, I can 110% see them making a Modern Warfare 2, which is nothing wrong with that. I think it'll be cool to have a completely brand new game, and they need to make a new game. And I hope that they listen to all the feedback that we gave them to make sure that the next game is better. I understand Modern Warfare was basically just, a starting point of what Warzone was going to be. That's why things like Dead Silence as, a field upgrade and all these other different options are in Modern Warfare as the multiplayer, because they need to make sure it worked properly, and I guess it was supposed to sync together between multiplayer and Warzone, and that's why multiplayer flopped. So I'm hoping that they already did everything in Warzone. Warzone's good here. They can just keep making new games and adding more content into Warzone. With that being said, they don't have to put the same features that they did in the original Modern Warfare into whatever the next Modern Warfare title is going to be. As in, no doors, we can see Dead Silence come back as a perk, hopefully, with a mini-map coming back to us, much better map designs. For the love of God, these past few years have been awful with map designs. Well, past couple, I'll say. Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War probably have the worst maps ever made in Call of Duty history. Absolutely disgusting. I'll take the World War II maps over them. BO4 had some pretty decent maps as well, even though they weren't that creative. At least they flowed, Black Ops 4 had very, very, very basic map designs, but at the end of the day, they were playable and they flowed well. So I couldn't complain. But if they fix all of these things, yeah, Modern Warfare 2 could be an absolute banger. But is that the best option for them to do? For me personally, I don't think I want to see a brand new title come to the franchise, because I think that would be a waste of space, to be honest with you guys. Nothing is more annoying than having to ditch the old game, especially when, you get microtransaction items or something like that. Like, just imagine all the money we spent in old school games like Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4. We bought all the DLC maps and stuff like that. We got specific guns. I think Black Ops 2 had DLC guns or something like that. But you purchased all these things, and then we don't touch the games anymore. When the new titles come out, all the old content expires, which is a complete waste of money. Even the game itself, the $60 we put into the game, at this point it's kind of a waste, we don't touch the game anymore. So wouldn't it just be simpler to just expand onto the regular Modern Warfare, just increase the file size, make it like double the size because you're technically adding a brand new game into it, but at the same time, just not having to sell a separate copy? Because as you guys know, the Modern Warfare campaign left off on a pretty good note that we're going to see a sequel to what's going on here, which can easily be done in the same game. They don't have to go ahead and make a completely different title in order to sell off that. They could literally just, like I said, expand on the original game they already have, make a completely new campaign, add in a whole new catalog of weapons, add in a whole new catalog of maps and stuff like that, and they can completely revamp the game, as in go into all the old maps that are in the original Modern Warfare, take out the doors, bring back Dead Silence, revamp the minimap, do everything that we as a community want out of this game, and like I said, just expand on it. That way, we don't have to waste any of the stuff that we spent on the game. The weapons that we grinded for, the camos that we spent cash for, all these things won't disappear because they're still in the same game. They're just adding on, basically, technically, a second full game. But in all reality, it's technically just DLC. It's just a massive 100 plus gigabyte DLC that you're adding on to the game. But I'm always sitting down and talking to the homies about this topic, especially Daifu. Daifu is very passionate about this, about extending Modern Warfare's life cycle to make sure that it lasts even longer. But I completely agree with him. I really do. When he brought this up, it makes complete total sense because, like I said, it will make a massive modern day game. If we move on to a new title, we're going to lose everything that we had in this game. We're going to lose all the weapons, all the different content that was already in the title, and we're going to move on to a new game with, obviously, new weapons, new maps, which is great and all. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, it's going to be less content that we've been seeing this whole time. Every single time a new Call of Duty game comes out, we get the bare minimum maps, we get the bare minimum weapons because of this new free DLC method that they have going on at Activision. And because of this whole method, it's destroying all the content drops for the game and it's making sure that the game is completely bare bone. But we won't have to worry about this. We won't have to worry about this if they just simply add on a completely new game to the original disc. It would make things very simple. That way people can install and uninstall things that they want. There's going to be 2 campaigns if they add on to the original game, so they can just uninstall the first campaign or reinstall the first campaign, have both, or uninstall the second one. It doesn't matter. Spec Ops, you could keep it there. You can literally just expand on what Spec Ops already has and just make it a larger platform, or maybe even revamp Spec Ops to make it a better game itself. Then obviously we can focus on multiplayer. Like seriously, let's be honest here. They added in so many classic maps to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, but are we really going to go back and play those maps when the new Modern Warfare game comes out? Like, what happens when all these DLC, old school DLC maps get split across all these separate games? We're not going to be able to play them all. But if we kept it all in one game, we would be able to play everything. That way we can keep maps like Broadcast, Vacant, Crash, and we can still play those along with a whole different catalog of maps that are going to be in the same exact game. I know it might sound a little confusing. I'm kind of confusing myself as well, but it really just makes sense to me, and it seems a lot simpler. Just charge the customer another $60 as they usually do for another game, make it a massive DLC expansion to add on to the original game, and we get double to triple the amount of content that we usually have in the base game. Because let's be honest here, are there going to be any massive engine upgrades that are going to happen within the next couple of years? Are there going to be any massive innovations that are going to happen in the next couple of years? More than likely not. You know, if Infinity Ward doesn't make a jetpack game next, which they might actually do, you never know. I could totally see them making a jetpack Call of Duty game. But if they don't do that, it's going to be a modern day shooter. So you might as well just make it the same game, expand onto it, give us all the content in the universe. It'll be amazing. Fix the game, take out the doors, add in Dead Silence, resolve the issues, and you would have a complete banger. But guys, I'm going to leave the commentary off there. Make sure you leave your opinions down below. Do you think they should make a completely brand new game, brand new disc, or do you think they should do what I said? Just to add on as DLC and just keep everything in one game so we don't have to miss out on any past content. But guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, catch you live streams of video games I do over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.